Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Ryan. I'll be instructing. Welcome to your practice. Let's get started in child's pose, please. And bring your big toes to touch. And take your knees out wide. And just rest your forehead on the ground. And straighten your arms out in front of you. And take a few breaths in and out. You walk your hands over to the right side of your mats. And just take a few breaths here. Really work on lengthening through that left side. Reach with your left fingertips and pull back with your hips. And walk your hands over to the left and stretch. And same thing here. Just looking for length and stretch. And bring your hands back to center. And we'll meet in puppy pose. Lift your hips up in the air and stack them right over your knees. Then come down to your forehead or your chin or your chest. And breathe into your diaphragm. And then take your right arm and thread it through. You'll lay on the side of your shoulder. Reach your left fingers up towards the top of your mat. And you just start to rotate. And take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Then switch sides and take your left arm, reach it through, lay on the side of that shoulder, reach your right fingers towards the top of your mat. And you just start rotating and take your gaze up towards the sky. And we'll meet in tabletop. Let's come to all fours. Then move through a few rounds of cat and cows. And let's inhale to arch your back into extension. Tilt your chin and your tailbone up. Exhale to round your spine into flexion. Tuck your chin and your tailbone. You can do that a few times. Moving to the sound of your breath. And rock your hips and shoulders side to side. And tilt your hip to the side, take a look back at it. You can tilt your hip to the other side, take a look back at it. Let's go back and forth. And then stretch your wrist out. Just turn your hands out to the side. Rock side to side, and front to back. And then turn your fingers to point towards your knees. And same thing here. Just rock back and forth a few times. Try to keep the heels of your hands, your palms grounded down, and your arms straight. And then turn your fingers in towards each other. And straighten your elbows. And you do the same thing. Side to side, front to back. And then turn your palms up so they face each other, or they face up towards your face. Your fingers point in towards each other. And then you'll bend your elbows out to the side, lower your chest towards your palms. And then just straighten your arms, press to your elbow joints. And do that a few more times. And set your hands down normally. You'll tuck your toes, press back into your downward facing dog. Yeah, walk it out. Bend and straighten your knees alternately a few times. And start warming up your joints. And then lift your right leg to 3-point. And cheetah, bring your knee to your forehead and your forehead to your knee. Modified side plank. Set your right knee down on the ground. Flatten your back foot down. Reach your left arm up and stretch across your chest. And then lift your left leg and bend your knee. You'll reach back and grab the top of the foot. Pull and kick. Reach with your kneecap until you feel that length in the front side of your left leg. And release your foot. And you'll step back into your high plank. It's the top of a push-up position. Low plank, lower to hover, pause at the bottom. High plank, push through the ground. Downward facing dog. Then lift your left leg to 3-point. Cheetah, curl in, knee to forehead, forehead to knee. Modified side plank, left knee down. Flatten your right foot. Reach your right arm up and stretch your chest open. Then lift your right leg and bend your knee. Grab the top of that foot. And just pull and kick so you feel a good stretching out. Use that resistance for length. And release your foot. Step back into your high plank. Straighten your legs out. Firm your belly muscles. Squeeze your glutes. Grip the ground with your fingertips. Low plank, lower to hover, bottom of a push-up. High plank. Downward facing dog. Then walk your hands to the back of your mat. Then we'll meet in ragdoll. Just feet apart, about hips distance. Or maybe wider. You can go as wide as your mat, actually. Just fold. We got a few breaths here. Use that time to lengthen through your backside body. Breathe into the stretch. Straighten your legs into the stretch. And release your folds. You'll bend your left knee, left hand to the ground, flat or fingertips. Right arm up to twist. If you want to take a bind, all you do is take your right arm, wrap it behind your back, and then see if you can grab your left inner thigh. And then turn your right shoulder back. And switch sides. You'll bend your right knee and straighten your left leg. And flat palm or fingertips, left arm up. Remember, you want to take the bind, arm behind your back. See if you can tuck those fingers into your inner right thigh. And keep turning your left shoulder back. And fold forward. Then come to a halfway lift. And fold forward. Tadasana, rise to standing. Inhale your arms and your eyes up to the sky. And fold forward, empty your lungs and bow. And come to a halfway lift, breath in to lengthen. And fold forward on your exhale. Tadasana, stand up tall and stretch. Use those fingertips for lift. And then fold, empty your lungs, see how deeply you can bow. And halfway lift. Fold on your exhale. Last time, rise to standing. Reach to the sky. And you fold. And halfway lift. Then walk your hands back out into that high plank, top of a push-up position. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet and the palms of your hands, and then draw your shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Then lift your right leg to 3-point. Grounded warrior 3. Step forward. You'll fold over your right leg and straighten to your left. Kundalinis with a twist. Just bend your knees, left knee behind right. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches. Warrior 1. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. And then you just lift your spine and facing forward, arms overhead. And skiers, just bow by hinging at the waist. Reach your arms back in your sternum, center of your chest forward. Peaceful warrior, keep that bending your right knee. Just lean back to stretch. High plank to low plank. Cartwheel your hands down. You step back and you lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg, 3-point. Grounded warrior 3. You start with a fold. Straighten through both of your legs. Standing and lifted. Kundalinis with a twist. Bend those knees. Bring your right behind left. Warrior 1. And skiers. Hinge forward, reach. Peaceful warrior. Keep straightening through your back leg. Just lean back, lengthen through those left side ribs. High plank to low plank. Set your hands down, step back, lower your body. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Right leg, 3-point. Warrior 3. You can fold here like the first time, or you can fly. If you're flying, lift your hands off the ground and fly your chest forward. Kundalinis with a twist. Warrior 1. Flatten that left foot down. Nice tall spine. Skiers, reach. This time you'll take striker salute. So all you do is straighten your front leg out and continue to bow. Peaceful warrior. Bend into your knee. Lean back and stretch. High plank to low plank. You step back, you lower. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Warrior 3. Same options, folding or flying. Kundalinis with a twist. Right knee behind left. Warrior 1. Find that control as you transition. Step back and get tall through your sides. skiers, reach, striker salute, straighten your front leg out as much as you can. There might be a slight micro bend in that knee too. That's cool. Peaceful warrior. Chaturanga, hands down. Step back and lower. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Last time, right leg, 3 points. Warrior 3. This time you'll fly. Lift your hands off the ground, send your chest forward, find your balance, engage your stability. Kundalinis with a twist, real wide through your wingspan. Warrior 1. Step back, get tall. Skiers, reach. Striker salute, push that right leg straight and fold. Peaceful warrior. High plank to low plank. Up dog on your inhale. And down dog on your exhale. Left leg, 3 points. Warrior 3. Remember, this time you fly. Once you find your balance, lift your hands and then gradually fly your chest to the front. Kundalinis with a twist. Warrior 1. Skiers. Striker salute. Peaceful warrior. High plank to low plank. Ride that exhale down. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. 3 breaths, fill and empty your lungs. Real strong push with your hands, lift with your hips, and then ground back down through your heels, creating length through that backside. And on your next inhale, rise onto your tiptoes. Step, walk, float, or just tiptoe to the top of your mat. Come to a halfway lift. And fold forward. And bring your feet apart, hips distance. Either grab opposite elbows, or let your arms hang down by your side. Release the fold. Heel toe to feet to touch. We'll meet in chair pose. And chair twist to the left. Hook your right elbow into your outer left thigh. Push it away. Point that left elbow up to the sky. And sit yourself just a little bit deeper into your seat. Chair pose, back to center. Chair twist to the right. Hook that elbow into your outer thigh. Push it away, work that rotation. Chair pose, back to center. And fold forward on your exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. High plank to low plank. You step back or float back. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. And lift your right leg to 3 point. Revolve, side angle. Looks like this. You'll step your right foot forward. Left hand stays down. And your right arm just reaches. And then from here, you'll roll onto the side of your ankle. So it's like you rolled your ankle. And then just reach your right fingertips back towards it. Warrior 2. Flatten your back foot down. And you open up. Reach through your elbows so your arms are fully straightened. Side angle, elbow to your knee. Take your left arm, reach those fingers away from your outer left thigh. Side plank. You step your right foot back and stack your heels, and then just push the ground away. Round up to your right side rib. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg, 3-point. Revolve side angle. Step your left foot forward. Right hand stays down. Left arm reaches. And work that rotation. Warrior 2. Flatten your back foot down. And open out. Side angle. Start with modified. Just elbow to knee. Get long through that right side. Fingers away from that outer right foot. High plank to low plank. Or my bad. Don't do that. Side plank. Step your left foot back. Stack your heels. And then round up through those left side ribs. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg, 3-point. Revolve side angle. To the outer blades of your feet. Roll that ankle, reach back towards it. Warrior 2. Side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to the ground. You can take it a little bit deeper if you like. Side plank. Left hand down, right arm up. Push the ground away. We'll try this transition. Without using your right hand, Kundalini Squat. Step your right foot forward. And then bring your left knee behind your right knee. And your hands to prayer. Stork. You stand up. Press the ground away. Lift your left knee. Arms overhead. Kundalini. You squat back down. Crescent line. Land your left toes lightly. And you're on your toes. And then try to straighten through the leg by lifting the back of the knee up towards the sky. Arms overhead. Open twist. You'll reach your left arm forward and right arm back. Like so. Crescent line. High plank to low plank. Set your hands down, step back and lower. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg, 3-point. Revolve side angle. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches. To the outer blades of your feet. Warrior 2. Side angle, modified or full. Side plank, right hand down, step your left foot back, stack the heels, lift through the left side ribs. We'll try to transition without using your left hand. Kundalini squat, step your left foot forward, bring right knee behind left, hands to prayer. Stork, and stand up. Let's reach your arms overhead. Pull that knee up higher than your hip. Kundalini, get low. Crescent lunge. Land your right toes lightly. Send your arms overhead. Then reach your right arm forward. Left arm back. And crescent lunge, arms up. From high plank to low plank. You step back and you lower. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. And then rise onto your tiptoes. And tiptoe your way to the top of your mat. Halfway left. Fold forward. And then take your feet out wider than your mat. And you'll squat down. We'll meet in a position called malasana, the bottom of a squat. Try to keep your chest up, knees wide. And then we'll just hang out here for about 30 seconds. And you want the feet turned out so that the knees can still track over the middle toes. And then you can use your elbows to keep those knees out if they start to collapse in a bit. It's about 15 more seconds. You'll have a seat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and have a seat on the ground. We'll do 5 dynamic reverse tabletop or planks. I'll show you both, and then you decide which one you'd rather try. First one's easier than the second one. Tabletop. You want to turn your hands around so your fingers are pointing away from your hips. Feet apart about hips distance, knees bent. On your inhale, you lift. And at the top, you squeeze the glutes, flatten the hips. And that's it. Exhale, you lower. You can do 5 of those. Inhale up, exhale down. If you want to try the second option, a little more challenging, you straighten your legs and point your toes. On your inhale, you lift. Try to keep the toes pointed and flatten the feet down on the ground. Exhale to lower. There's 5 of either one of those. Hands are in the same position though, turned around, pointing away from your hips. Then when you push, you broaden your chest, you squeeze the shoulders. Exhale to lower. Cool. And after your 5, just lie down on your backs. And you have about 60 seconds of core work. Just crunches or bicycles or scissor legs or boats, canoes. These crunches are just, or crunches are more like his knees bent at 90 and you crunch up and down. Bicycles, you just extend your legs alternately. Scissor legs, legs are straight. Basically like bicycling, but with your legs straight. "30, 60, 90. Just lower your legs while keeping them straight to those angles. And usually you pause, and you pause. About 15 more seconds. Sweet, take a full body stretch. Arms overhead, extend those legs. Let's lengthen your abs back out. And then you'll set up for a few back bends. Just bend your knees, walk your heels back towards your glutes. Feet apart, hips distance. And we'll just start with bridge. Press into the ground, send the hips up, squeeze the butt muscles. And try to keep that squeeze so your hips stay lifted. Keep pressing the ground away strongly with both of your feet. And release. Breath in. And breath out. Second bridge or wheel. You can make it a bigger back bend if you like. Either way, press down into the ground. If you're in wheel, press with those hands and feet. Make sure you're distributing that work along your entire spine. And release. Breath in. Breath out. Last bridge or wheel. Down in 3. And 2. And release. Supta Baddha. Just bring the soles of your feet together. Take your knees out wide. Rest your left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. And hug your knees into your chest. You'll rock up to seated. And we'll meet in downward facing dog in 10 seconds. So there's a few more balancing poses to work on. And then we'll hit the ground, do a few hip openers. Downward facing dog in 5, 4, 3, 2. And lift your right leg to 3-point. And half moon. You'll step your right foot forward. And straighten through both legs. And then you'll turn the left side of your body open to the left. And balancing on that right foot. Right fingertips are nice and light. Peel this left hip and shoulder back. Revolve half moon. All you do is lower that left hip even with the right. Keep the leg lifted though. And then you switch out your hand. So left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up. Now fold forward. And set your left foot down beside your right. And then rise to standing. Lift your arms. And you'll wrap your right leg over your left leg. And your right arm under your left arm. This eagle. And then try to lift your elbows up to shoulder height. And lower your hips a bit. Big toe hold. You just unwrap your right leg. Grab your knee in front of you. Or you can grab the big toe and see if you can straighten the leg out in front of you. Release your foot. Keep the leg lifted. Sweet. Airplane. Send your right heel back. Chest forward and fly. Crescent line. And crescent twist to the left. Hook your elbow into your outer thigh. And just twist a bit. Half moon. Shift weight into your left foot. Left hand down, right arm up. Keep turning that right side open. Revolve half moon. You switch out your hands. Right palm or fingertips down. Left arm reaches. And fold forward. Right foot beside left. Then rise to standing. Lift your arms. Eagle. Left leg over your right leg. Left arm under your right arm. You get those elbows up. Take the hips down a bit. Big toe hold. Just unwrap your left leg. Grab your knee or your big toe. If you can, straighten the leg If you can't, that's fine. Bend the knee and keep your posture lifted. Release your foot. Keep the leg lifted for a breath. Airplane. Send that heel back. Just forward and fly. And crescent lunge. Set your toes down as lightly as you can. And crescent twist. Hands to prayer. Hook in. And you rotate. Hands down. And step back. And lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And then we'll meet in frog. And so you'll come down to your knees, and then you'll take your knees wide. And then from there, you'll just come down to your elbows and your forearms. And hang out in this hip opener for a few breaths. If you look out to the sides and you can't see your shins, just slide them out a bit so that they're running parallel to each other and perpendicular to your thighs. Just making 90-degree angles. If you can, take your knees out a little bit wider, just as things start to relax. And come up to seated. Just make your way out. And take your legs out wide, and so they'll be in a V shape. And if you can't fold just yet, just place your hands back behind you, sit up tall, create that lift, and then see if you can use your hands to press yourself forward a bit. If you have a pretty good space to fold, you can either set your arms or hands down in front of you, or you can come down to your elbows and forearms. Or if you have this space, you can come down to your forehead or your chin or your chest. You can come up to seated, bring the soles of your feet together, and your knees apart. And take your knees out wider. And let the soles of your feet open up towards your face. And use your outer glutes to draw your knees towards the ground. And opening those knees out wider and wider. And then come up or release that and come to a comfortable cross-leg seat. And bring your hands to prayer at your hearts. You know, this practice is a lot of the practice is about awareness, like learning how to be attentive to your breathing, to your body, to your mindset, and to stay connected to that practice throughout your day. You know, the 40 minutes that you commit to this practice is the beginning of momentum towards more of that awareness, more of that presence, more of that grace that you can infuse into your life just by being more present to how you're being. I hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. Namaste.